love, support, grace, social activism, resources, and art. I am the assist, African support and strength, inspiration and success together. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to all the cannons. My brother Mal, Pop, Mark. Enjoyed y'all company at that fight party. You know what I mean? Family is family. My daughter busting out moves. Shout out to Sakile. I'm very proud of this young woman too. I ain't gonna get into it because it's gonna make me start crying. So we ain't gonna do all that. But shout out to my baby, man. And I'm gonna just say this. Stop fucking calling her Jackie. Her name is Sakile. I just wanted to get that out. Not that it's gonna mean anything to anybody, considering I'm her dad and I gave her that name. And we're gonna leave the story at that. I'm not. It's not the day for that. But it's a heavy story. You know? One day when y'all hear my autobiography or my biography, or I do, you know, my special, I'm gonna let it all out. I don't got that much going on in my life, but it's some shit. But shout out to the city, man. The city that's locking up the most kids in America. Black children at that. I don't want to leave out the brown babies, but majority of them are black children. Y'all didn't know that, huh? Read the Inquirer. Do we read? That is a question. Do we read? So, the thing I want to say about reading is, it's a lot of y'all dumb as shit out here. I borderline on stupid. I know people don't want to hear those words. When you dropped out of school or got out of school, is that the last time you read a book? It's a lot of y'all. That's the last time you read a book. 30 years ago. 20 years ago. Think about it. When the last time you finished a book in the end? I don't know. When Jay-Z came out with Decoded, y'all was hype off of that. Y'all probably read that. I know y'all didn't finish 48 Laws of Power. It's too thick. Jail niggas plenty of time. Didn't read the whole book. Talked to them. Knew they didn't. So I just want people to ask themselves this question. Like, whenever you stop going to school, because some of y'all stop reading before y'all even stop going to school. Them 2 years you got left back and you try to go back to school and you finish half of the year and all that good stuff. I was there. I got homies that dropped out in the 8th grade. And I know for a fact they haven't read a book since. A nigga 50. I know for a fact. And some of y'all reading books, you know. But I do want brothers and sisters to ask themselves, when is the last time you read a book? Any kind of book. Beginning to end. I mean, really read the book. I ain't even gonna ask y'all, did you have a conversation about the book? I'm not gonna ask you, did you truly understand it? I ain't even gonna ask you, did you internalize it? Internalizing the book means something in the book made you change how you move in your life. A lot of y'all could be some nut shit. Y'all reading, you know, street cred. Y'all might have read some of them street cred books. That was an era when people was reading some really bullshit books. The writing was bullshit. And I know people like, as black people, we getting our opportunity. Why you hating on the book? It was like rap music. You know what I mean? At this point. And y'all know how I feel about hip hop. I know y'all don't want to hear this. And I still love hip hop. That's the crazy part. But it is obsolete. I know y'all don't want to hear that. But I'm like, what is the music doing at this point? You know, for real. What is even the people you think give a fuck don't give a fuck. They play with you all the time. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't name no names. I try not to name names on this joint because I'm not one of those type of people. Sometimes names come out. I say them. You know what I mean? But for the most part, y'all, I think y'all be knowing who I'm talking about. Then sometimes y'all don't. Y'all just be hyped. The other thing I want to say, because I do want y'all to get to the reading, John, like, what is the last book you read? And if you dropped out of school in like the 8th grade, I really don't got you read no books. If you dropped out in 9th grade, 10th grade, I really don't got you read no books. One, your reading level is low to where you struggle to read books, so you're not going to read them. And you definitely not going to read them in front of nobody. Because a 8, 9, 10-year-old who is embarrassed while they're learning to read and don't want to read, a 18-year-old who can't read really going to hide it from you. He'll punch on you. It'll get that far. Just so you'll know. I'm going to turn this into something else. You're not going to make me read that sentence. You know what I'm saying? So I think, and the reason why I ask these questions, and they mean a lot to me, because these motherfuckers is having children. These people who don't read books. You having children, these niggas is, and bitches. Cause I mean it like that. I know I shouldn't be talking like that. I know. And I'm gonna make sure that I be mindful, but I'm saying it on purpose. In this moment, I'm saying it on purpose. If you went and had a baby and you ain't read a book since you was in the 8th grade, you a nigger. And a bitch. Cause why the fuck would you have kids and you can't read? That's wild to me. And I don't think we think about that stuff. You know what I mean? Because you don't got to be able to read to have sex, right? A chick ain't saying, listen, if you can read, matter of fact, this is the key. All y'all want to have good relations. Y'all want good parents? Before you stick it in, make him read a paragraph of the book of your choice. And don't give him no easy book because you're horny. Don't do it. A lot of niggas wouldn't get no pussy, I'm telling you. Niggas, don't dumb yourself down for the nigga. Tell him to read a paragraph. If you want this pussy, you don't gotta pay for nothing. You don't gotta do nothing. Just read this paragraph in the Inquirer. Read it and then tell me what you got from it. Don't just let them read it, because sometimes we know how to read words, but comprehension is the real key. So I think before y'all open y'all legs, start making niggas read paragraphs out of books. I got books for y'all. All the young women who think fucking is the thing, because we watching it on TV like 90 growing up, we're very over-sexualized. Our children have nothing to talk about but that. Like real rap, if you listen to them, they don't talk about anything. They talk about whatever Instagram throws out there for them to gravitate to, whoever's the influencer of the day. And when you watch them in relation with each other, it's all about sex. Like, it's nothing else. It's like my nephew, right? And I talked about him last week. And he think he just gonna be out here, 14, staying with his sister. He think he got away. You didn't. And it ain't just me. You thinking you got away from this society. You thinking you about to just give. And I know you're not watching the show. I know that. You don't want to see Uncle Jarue. But for all the people who got these kids trying to tell them that they don't care, I don't give a fuck, all that good shit, they think giving up is the key. Just, I ain't gonna do it. You know you taking your place out of line. Whenever you say fuck it, you step out of line. The line of life. So when you decide to care, you're gonna be even further back. So every time you say fuck it in your life, you step out of the line of life. And you just gonna be further back. So the struggle gonna be even harder when you decide you want to give a fuck again, if you ever decide that you want to give a fuck again. And if you decide you don't want to give a fuck again, it's just gonna be struggle all day, every day. Cause there's a lot of niggas, my brothers, that they done turned into niggas. The society has turned us into niggas. Nigga is not in you. Just for all I'm just a nigga. Like, yeah, I know I listen to NWA too. It sound live as shit when they was saying it. He a nigga, she a nigga, wouldn't you wanna be a nigga too? It sounded hype because it was so vulgar. Got no nigga in me though. That shit was created. All the nigga bitch talk and all, it was created. It was a created situation. When you been through the thing that we been through, everybody don't come out all right. And a lot of it is they conditioning you not to be all right. Regularly, every day. But one of the ways is not reading. I'm telling y'all, make them read a paragraph. I'm going to post that. All the ladies, if you want to make sure at least a little bit, because I ain't saying because a nigga can read that he a great nigga. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's a baseline. It's a baseline. He at least can read, which means he can comprehend, which means we can make some plans, we can strategize, we can teach our babies. We can teach our babies. It's crazy to me. You have a child. I said this before on the show, and it really stands out to me. You know you about to have a child. I know we say it's about getting that money, bro. You got to get the resources to take care of your baby. But why are we not getting more educated when we know that the baby is coming? I know we need Pampers and wipes. I would tell anybody, the first thing you need to do, as soon as you find out that girl pregnant, that young lady, that woman is pregnant, start buying Pampers and wipes. Don't matter what size. Just start buying them. Keep the receipts too, because just in case the baby come out and they already wearing ones, you could take those infant Johns back and get the ones. Shit ain't hard. It ain't hard. But keep the receipts. Pampers, wipes, start with that. Fill your whole house up with them. You're going to need them. Because the babies run through the Pampers. I know you know. But most of y'all don't know because you didn't read. So then when you had a baby, you act like it's the newest thing in the world. These babies run through Pampers. Motherfucker, millions, trillions of people been having babies. Pampers are needed. They're going to run through a lot of them. So for you to look at me as a new dad and be like, oh man, them Pampers, bro. You haven't read anything? You didn't read nothing. Did you read anything? Did anybody tell you needed to read? I know they told you need to get that money, but that's not the only thing. You need to be able to think. Critical thoughts. You know, that's my thing. I'm always going to tell y'all that. But I do think that that's a real thing. Reading. The comprehension in the city. That's why they sending so many of our babies to prison. And most of their first contact is in the schools. So if the schools are failing us, and I know a lot of black folks still believe in the school district, believe in teachers, got to start believing in yourself. You got to start reading so your baby can read. Stop putting that reality on somebody else to care. Nobody cares. We all rugged individuals. We all arrogantly ignorant and ignorantly arrogant. All of us. We're all baseline narcissists. So since that's the world you're sending your baby into, I think you might want to teach him to read yourself. I think you might want to do your own after school program. Shout out to Niche. Shout out to Yasira too. I seen them awards. I seen them. Damn, it's Hassan's birthday. We definitely going to the trampoline park. We couldn't go on your birthday, but we're definitely going. And I do got the sneaks for you. I don't got them today, but they're coming. Y'all know Uncle Jarue good for it. And shout out to Walid, because Walid got the best grades. Walid couldn't read till he was 7. That's not embarrassing, because the motherfucker can read now. And he right on up. It's like he didn't start school from behind. That's what education do when you can get it at home. So all I'm going to say is start reading to your children. I know you heard that. I know you heard it before. But how many of y'all really doing it? Do you know they got lawsuits out about these devices? That they actually are drugs? Children actually do go through withdrawal. Have y'all seen that? Is this something that I didn't see? I might have missed it. I might have misread it. I don't think I did. The children are addicted to the devices. They're suing people, companies, about these devices. The babies really get withdrawal from these devices. Now, what we going to do about that? That might sound like you need to turn the device off and read to your baby. Turn the TV off and maybe do a play in the house. Watch a documentary or something. Maybe even go outside with them, walk a trail. You know what I mean? Get them some air. See the outside. Get them back outside. Get them learning again. Visual learning, audio learning. You teach your babies. The school district is not going to go backwards and start working. I'm telling y'all. I think I say this a lot. I think me going to Meade Elementary School in the 80s was the last good collection of teachers that Philly is going to see. I know it's a lot of teachers like, Jarue, we good, yeah, but y'all in spots. That whole school, my whole kindergarten to 6th grade, I had great teachers. Miss Robinson, Miss Robertson, Miss Stewart, Miss Ballard. I had them. They were there. They bust a move for the ball. That's why I can talk to y'all like this. Oh, yeah, and my mom made reading very fucking important. We read during the summertime. For all y'all, the kids need some playtime. No, the fuck they don't. They need structured time. They only gonna be kids for a little window. They're gonna be adults way longer. And that's when the impact is gonna be felt. So what free time do they need? They're gonna get all the free time they want when they get independent. when they out in the world. So no, they need structured time. Structured. I know you like to say structured play. Nah. It's a war going on. And your kids is losing. That's why they sending more of them to prison than anybody else. Because our babies are losing. So free time, where? Why? Oh, I know. You can't discipline your children if you ain't disciplined. Undisciplined adults can't discipline children. It's not going to work. They don't want to. That's the other part. I want my free time. I want my free time. And usually, we individualistic, so you done went off and got your own place. I got my own place. And it's just you and your kids over here. Y'all losing y'all fucking minds, And you need your free time. So you got to let them go and do shit. But you ain't teach them shit. I was critical. I critically thought as a kid. I got out here and did shit following other dudes. I didn't have a dad. I had a lot of the other shit, but I didn't have a dad. So I had to figure that part out on my own. Wound up banging out because of it. The thinking part wasn't necessarily an issue. It was the pride. Developing what is real pride. What is real manhood. Because I only had one male teacher. Great boy. Don't remember his name. It's fucked up. I know. 5th grade teacher. I don't know. I don't know why I don't remember his name. I remember everybody else's name. And it's a fucked up thing because I'll be trying. I want to go to the school and see if I can go through their records. You know what I'm saying? Because I really do want to know this black man's name because he was a good teacher. I just don't remember his name. And maybe that's a thing. He did his job so well, and he wasn't prideful in that he got to put his name on the board. I'm Mr. So, because I don't remember that. I remember a lot of women teachers doing that. I am Miss, you know what I mean? Miss Ballard, whoop your ass. You're going to remember her name. Miss Ballard was just a woman you couldn't forget. And I told y'all the story about Samuel. How she took care of Samuel every morning. Fed him, clothed him the whole night at school, Meade Elementary. I don't even know if they let teachers do that type of stuff no more. So I'm always going to remember Miss Ballard. That was my 4th grade teacher. Miss Stewart, my 6th grade teacher, I always remember her because her son was in our class. And a lot of y'all don't know how important that is. And I learned later how important it really was. But I thought it was important then. Because he got disciplined like the rest of us. And she believed in the school in the middle of North Philly, which I found out once I moved up Southwest. She lived in University City. Because I went to Clark Park to run ball, and who come up? Alfred Tall motherfucking ass. That was his name. He's the tallest kid in class. Good dude, though. He's a spoiled brat, you could tell. But his mom stayed on his ass. Respected that. And he went to our school because she thought our school was good enough for her son. That was important. Because most teachers' kids don't go to the school they work. I ain't bringing my kid down here to be with these little. I could tell what your attitude is towards these babies. There is a limit. You don't believe, because if you believed, your child would be there. And I know people would come and debate me and be like, it's easier for me to, they go to school. You come here every day, sis. Now I can see you saying, I want to get away from them. Cool, but we talking about their education. Why would you want to get away from your children's education and you're a teacher? A lot of these things don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So, Miss Stewart, because she was a great teacher, but that really was the icing on the cake. Her son was there. And we didn't have her class the whole day. Her son moved around and got taught by other people. So she believed in the system of this school, the other teachers that are here. You know, unless Alfred was a fucking knucklehead and she had to bring him to school with her. But I don't remember him being that rambunctious and out of control. I just don't remember that. And Miss Robertson, that was 3rd grade. And I just remember Miss Robinson, she always takes me as like what I know now, a lot of the history and stuff that I know now. She really took me as the civil rights teacher. Like she was the civil rights teacher, my 3rd grade teacher. Miss Robertson was the civil rights show. Like she was on, this is important. You gotta make sure the world don't gonna look at you a certain way. And y'all are smart children. And she dressed to the nines every day with her little business attire and all that shit on. Her little glasses. Now I know she had a wig on every day. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? in the third grade. That lady had to be at least 45, 50 at the time. You know what I'm saying? But her thing was like, it's a presentation to who you are. And now I learned like about identity politics and all that. And I don't know if that was her lane, but I knew she was teaching us all of them were, because they talked about it. And I remember these women got along. I don't remember, whatever happened in the staff rooms and, all that was that. But I never they used to be lock and step with how the education was going in this school. And then my second grade teacher was an Asian woman, Miss Chen. And her thing was to read, and like, she had books all around her class. And that's really when we came in there, like, she worked on other stuff, but reading was the thing. And she did it in a way where we were in there competing, but not in a hateful way. Like, not you didn't want to see the other person, learn, basically. And you wanted to get all the way around the class. The way she had the books set up, it was like, how they be color-coded. And, the beginning all the way to advance. And you supposed to be done by the end of the year. At the end of this 9-month step, you supposed to be done. And the sooner you get done, the better. The more, you know what I mean? And that's how we were in there. Running with it. Your boy was, 6 months the whole John was done. I used to be in there talking to people. One day she did tip, though. She tipped. I don't think she tried to hurt me or nothing like that. But she was just drawn. And I guess she was just that upset because, when I was a kid, when I got done my work, we chopped it. At least I was chopping it. I was willing to help people, but I just started talking. I'm going to keep it real. And so she made me sit like in front of her class because she peeped it like the first month. My mom even said something to her like, my son is smart and he's been reading before school and all of this good stuff. So reading is important to us. So, keep giving him shit. And I guess she didn't necessarily believe it. So I really will be getting done and just start talking to motherfuckers, mainly girls. I've always liked girls. Like, that's the thing. Since kindergarten, like, I got stories. I had girlfriends and all that. I just, I love women. It is black women in particular. So I'm talking and she got me sitting in front of her desk. So like, this is Miss Chen sitting where I'm sitting, and me and somebody else was facing this way, and then there was another John, they facing, you know how I go. And she had all the Johns and fours like that. So we had this block, like, that was like the size of the shape and size of like a brick. But it was wood, and it was like hollow for real. It wasn't heavy or nothing. It ain't really hurt, like, for real. And I guess she was just like, I can't believe he's gonna sit here and talk in front of me. Like, I was done though. Like, what the fuck? My mom told you to keep giving me books. Like, what's wrong with you? You thought, I don't know what you thought. But anyway, she tapped me on, I'm gonna say she tapped me. Cause I don't really remember the shit hurting or nothing, but she hit me on the head with the wood thing. You know what I'm saying? So of course, I told Rashima, like, what, lady? I don't even remember it being hurting, but it was like, what the fuck? And then, my mom was one of them moms like, nobody but me puts their hands on you. You know what I mean? Now, my aunts, my grandmom, you know what I mean? Like, the family shit, but it was that type of party. Like, nah, call me. And my mom worked for the school district at the time. So my mom was a preschool teacher and a substitute. So she used to be all through. My mom would come to the school any given time, just pop up. You know what I mean? Be in the hallway. I come out hallway to change class, go to recess, my mom in the hallway. Go down to the cafeteria to eat, my mom down there helping. Like, lady, don't you got shit to do? Now, when I was young, this is the funny shit. I think probably like the third grade, I didn't like it. After the third grade, I didn't like it. Before the third grade, I used to be hyped to see my mom. Like, that's my mom right there. Kindergarten, oh shit, my mom in the hallway. My mom, I look up, my mom in the door, I start smiling. Fourth graders, like, this lady, go away. Why are you here? What are you doing? But I wasn't really getting in trouble in school. School is somewhere I love to be. I ain't gonna lie, I always loved school. And I feel like my mom, being how she was about reading, you know what I'm saying? And then just so happened to be blessed to go to school at a time where these black women really took our education from a revolutionary standpoint. Like, we are in charge of getting y'all ready for a world that do not fuck with y'all. I didn't hear the word racism and all that at that time, but I was told a lot. Whoever they were, You know what I'm saying? Didn't want me to win. Especially not me, a dark-skinned baby. They didn't talk about colorism, but they allowed us to know, bro. Like, they allowed us to know in their way. But I don't never remember having a direct conversation with any of those teachers about civil rights for real, unless when they was telling us about Martin and Malcolm, and they would go off the beaten path with a little bit of Marcus Garvey and all the regular people, Carter G. Like, they ain't not Carter G. Woodson. I'm lying. They didn't say shit about Carter G. Woodson. I didn't hear about Carter G. Woodson until I got to prison. And that's wild. But then those teachers probably felt elementary school, you're not necessarily ready for this. But they told, and they went deeper into the stories. That was another thing. Black history was an important thing when I was in middle school. It was a lot of civil rights, antebellum South. We didn't get no Africa in elementary school. I didn't get no Africa, none. It was all starting. So I knew these women getting older were civil rights era type teachers. But the thing about them was they understood the importance of education, reading in particular. Being able to read and articulate yourself was major to them. So she hit me on the head, Miss Chen, 2nd grade, hit me on the head with the Joan. You know what I'm saying? I told my mom, Miss Chen, a little lady. I'm around like 5'8", 5.5. She with the shit, you know. My mom wasn't gonna fight you in a street ass woman like that, but she would. And it was known. You know what I'm saying? So my mom didn't really go through a lot of shit as a woman because it was just understood. Like, I'm with it. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not out here with y'all like that, but I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And I got sisters. And my brother is out of control. My uncle, Jarue, at the time. Yeah. My brother come here and do something to everybody on this block. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was that type of party. But my mom didn't promote that at no time. You know what I mean? But that was like the confidence that my mom moved with as a woman. You know what I mean? So she came to the school. She ain't treat Miss Chen. I was kind of glad, but she did let the lady know in no uncertain terms, lady, don't ever in your fucking life put your hands on my son. I will fuck you up. All the good shit, all of it. That's because this is my youngest son. This is my baby. So don't get it fucked up. Now, I know people like, she should have came. She did kind of come on that energy that y'all so hype and used to these days. Like, she should have fucked that bitch up. She hit you, and the lady didn't really hit me. I wasn't scarred. She did cross a line because my mom wasn't into that discipline shit in the school. And this is crazy. I just thought about this. I really just thought about this. When Miss Ballard did what she did in 4th grade, it was just like understood. When she would grip kids up, when she beat Samuel ass in class, you know what I'm saying? When Faith, another girl named Faith, you know, she ain't whoop them, she ain't abuse them, but she let them know, I don't care. Go get your parents. And then the other thing she understood was, these babies don't necessarily got parents. You know, we living in North Philly in the 80s. If they do got parents, you know, it's a lot going on with them. Because even with my mom, it was a lot going on. Just circumstances, not like she was just making shit fucked up. And then getting older, my mom wasn't financially literate like that to make the right moves. My mom was somebody who wanted to give to everybody when she got a little bit. You know what I mean? She was somebody that it wasn't always returned in that way. Like you learn that it's a balance to showing that type of love, like letting people come stay with you. Like I learned a lot of things about how you take care of people, and I've had my pitfalls with folks, you know, extending my hand and all that, but I'm not where my mom was at. Like I know folks who take care of people so much that it leaves them hurt with nothing, and that's the part I'm like, nah, I'm not living that way with my mom, like how my mom did it. You know what I'm saying? My mom didn't have a lot of information, even though she wanted us to have the information. So although my mom made us read, I don't know how much of an avid reader my mom really was. But reading was important in our house. I remember my mom had one, I don't even want to talk about that nigga. Fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't something that was like my mom had that, but she knew we needed it. You know what I'm saying? So, she came to the school how she came to the school and all that. But it's just a funny thing, like, when Miss Ballard did it, because she's a black woman, it wasn't really questioned. And Samuel folks never came to the school. And Samuel came to school every day. So I started learning that dynamic, like children coming to school because it's nothing at home. Those things I didn't understand while I was going through it. But now it's like when I look back on my situation, I can pinpoint a lot of shit and I know what it looked like now. And it's worse now because those black women are almost all gone. And the ones that are left, they don't necessarily really care about the job like that. I'm not saying no black woman that's a teacher in Philadelphia cares, but it's few and far between. A lot of y'all is on these kids is, fuck these kids, basically. Y'all say it when you come in, these kids. And then the other thing about school is the rhetoric, the language. Why are y'all using prison language in these schools? Why are these children being suspended and having case, like, reckless endangerment, sexual harassment, assault? Like, bro, what? Why are y'all using the same language they use? Oh, I know how they're using the same language. My bad, y'all. I'm all hyped for nothing. I know how they're using the same language because it's the same place. Most of our babies are getting contact with the police for the first time in school now. School is where they getting their first police contact, not on the block. What y'all think they running around out here? The cops ain't doing no work in the streets. Well, they are now. They back at it. They done let it go crazy. They done indicted all the babies. Look them up. Look up the indictment. And this a crazy part about these indictments. A lot of you failure ass adults is looking at it like, yeah, look at them. This what they get. This what they done did. This what they had to do to them. They had to do this. These kids is out of control. Where the fuck did they come from? I keep asking the same question. Where did they come from? Since nobody knows what to do with them. Nobody has any ownership. Where did they come from? Oh, I know. The parents. Oh, okay. Where did these parents come from? Because the amount of children that's out here, that's out of control, that don't have parents, that's all in the prisons, that's all in the streets, living in the subway, it took 2 people to create each one of those fucking kids. Each one, it took 2 people. See, y'all don't be doing y'all fucking math. Y'all don't be doing y'all math. So that's even more reason why, how the fuck the adults are not there. It takes 2 adults to make a child. Those adults have friends. They have cousins. They have brothers. They got sisters. They got grandmoms. They all attached to a whole family they self. So that baby really didn't just come out of nowhere. It really didn't just come from mom and dad neither. There's a gang of people connected to every one of these kids. There's a bunch of people connected to them. So y'all gonna keep saying we're the parents. No, we're the people. We're the adults. You know your man had that baby. You know your girlfriend had that baby. You know your cousin had that baby. You know your son had that baby. You know your nephew had that baby. You know that baby exists. So why the fuck they out here by themselves? It's wild to me, man. I don't know. The whole parent thing started to go out the window to me a little bit when you see how many people connected to one fucking baby. 2 sides of a family. Every child didn't come from a single mom and a single dad. When I mean singles, they ain't had no brothers and sisters. Nobody else know this baby alive? Nobody? For y'all to keep saying, fuck the kids. Okay, it ain't the kids. It's the parents. Okay, it ain't just the parents. The parents got people. You knew your girlfriend was pregnant? You ain't had nothing to say about that? You should have told her to make that nigga read a paragraph. She wouldn't have had that baby. You should have. That should have been your help as a friend. Girl, tell him to read this right here. If he can read this and then give you a fucking synopsis on it, open them legs all the way up. Because the nigga can read. At least we can start with something. Because he can read. That means he can comprehend. He can think. We can get to the rest of it. We can get to the money if he can think. You're not getting to no money if the nigga can't think. It's a limited amount of things that he can do. And all of those end up him not being there for his baby. The shit that a nigga can do that can't read. It's limited, bro. It's limited. Few niggas learn with their hands. might be a mechanic, don't know how to read shit. I know dudes that know how to build a whole house. Reading is not a thing. But how many people really like that, bro? For all the people that's like, no, I know so. My grandfather had a 2nd grade education. I know how it works. Auto mechanic, auto body. That's why I use the example. Lived in Uptown, beautiful house. How many people really gonna get that though, for real? That can't read. Because not reading makes you intellectually lazy. You don't want to try to do anything that takes any thinking. You want to fuck. You want to get high. That don't take no thinking. Fucking don't take no thinking. Standing in front of the deli like this don't take no thinking. Laying on the ground, just literally, don't take no thinking. Sleeping on somebody's couch begging. Don't take no thinking, bro. It don't take nothing. These is the niggas that's having babies. Who is getting impregnated by these guys? Who's doing it? Who? Tell them to read the paragraph. Do y'all want me to get a paragraph together? I probably need to get a paragraph together for y'all. I can't do it this show because I don't have the particular book that I want, but I'm going to pick a good book. It ain't going to be too difficult. I know some easy reads that got some good information in it too. One paragraph will do a lot for you. I'm telling you, ladies, paragraph. I'm telling you, it's paragraph. That nigga pull your pants down and see the paragraph on your panties. What the fuck is this? If you can read that, you can get all of this. I'm telling you, I'll put a paragraph there that's going to get me moist when you start reading it. I know, I read it. I know when I hear it from you, it's up. You can rip this shit off and everything. Fuck the paragraph, because if you could get it, you can rip it off. And you're like, well, damn, the paragraph is on it. Niggas can't read. They ain't been able to get nothing. So John has been there. You ain't changed your panties? That don't even matter. It's like, no. My brain, bro, my brain. Just, I don't know why it does those things. But, for real, though, y'all gotta be able to read, please. I know it's basic, but read. Stop sexing each other to death and you can't read. Baby, because this is the thing that be blowing my mind, too. A lot of shit blowing my mind, as y'all can see. This is shit be blowing my mind. A motherfucker be like somebody was explaining something to me, and they was like, you know, a young lady, you know, she have a baby, or she get pregnant, boy, be like, yo, I don't want no kids. I don't want it. I don't want to have a baby. I don't want to have no kids. All right. Then why you fucking without a condom then? If you know you don't want no kids, nigga, why you fucking out here without no condoms? Because I've been hearing dudes like saying that, you know, and like, man, I'm up front about it. So she gonna have to handle that. Nah. Yeah, shorty, close your fucking legs. Yeah, I agree with that. We really don't want to have no babies. Close your fucking legs. These niggas is not qualified. Straight up. You might not be qualified to be getting fucked and have a baby, but we ain't even gonna go there. We can, but we not. These niggas is not qualified to get in between your thighs. That's the real thing. Because babies come out of there. It's a real big responsibility. It's a lot that goes into it. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing. It's still a fucking blessing. My daughters make me happy as shit. When the rest of the world getting on my nerves, they make me happy. You know why? Because I'm doing what I'm so fucking supposed to do, and it shows with them. I ain't perfect. I done made my missteps. But I know that I'm consistent with as a dad, and I love that shit. And you can see it in my babies. You could talk about how you bust your gun. I take care of my daughters, nigga. Nothing you can tell me is thorough than that. I done bust my gun. It don't feel the same. It don't feel the same like taking care of Suhana. It don't make me feel more of a man. When that little girl be smiling, and I know I helped her with that happiness in this world. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Somebody told me to stop doing that. It just came out, though. It just came out. You could fuck your bitches. You could drive your cars. You could bust your fucking gun. You can go in and out of jail. You could sell all your drugs. You could be a fucking drug addict. Whatever they saying it is that make you feral these days as a man, which all of that is a lie. None of that shit stand up to me being able to take care of Suhana and Sakile. And I took care of one of them from jail. Get right, nigga. Get right. And I know what they gonna say. Jarue, you couldn't produce a house for her. Nah, I couldn't. I couldn't even be there to protect her every time. But in between here, that young lady got it. And she keep figuring it out. I can't say that for everybody. I can't. And I'm going to take my own. I'm going to take my pride in that. The same way you say you bust your gun. I took care of them 2 girls. And they going to be productive citizens. And I ain't talking about to no fucking America or no system. I'm talking about for black people. They going to do for black people. And I hope y'all give them in the same. I hope y'all give them what they deserve in the same. So, you know, we could be all who we could be. You know what I mean? Whatever you saying is tough. Look, take care of your kids. That's man shit to me. That's sturdy right there. They can take care of his kids, what? Different type of salute from me, bro. Because that shit is the most important. But again, we're going to get back to closing those fucking legs. You know what I'm saying? Because the nigga is telling you, I don't want these kids. So when you get pregnant, it's like, man, I told you I ain't want the baby. But you still fucked her raw. How do you not want babies? This comes from not being able to think. Because this is the stupidest shit that I think I hear regularly. I don't want no kids, shorty. Then why the fuck are you fucking her pregnant? Right? Fucking her raw? I don't know. Tell me, brothers. If you don't want kids and niggas be standing on like they said some real shit. And it's crazy because women even be with it. Well, he did tell you he don't want no kids. What? Then why did he not put a condom on? Why did he still fuck me raw? Why did he nut in me if he didn't want any kids? I'm confused to the logic in these. Am I making this up? Am I making this up? Because I'll be telling women all day, close your fucking legs. The nigga's a bum. I know what bum ass niggas look like. I was in jail with a lot of them. Why don't nobody listen to me, man? I don't know. My shit is empirical. Evidence, that is. Look it up if you don't know what it means. I love having information. Stop letting them do this shit, ladies. You know? Stop letting them do it. And then you sitting here with your girl. Girl, he told you he ain't want no kids. Okay, he said that. And he still proceeded to sticking his raw penis in me and ejaculating. That is not the footwork of somebody who don't want to have kids. I'm confused, bros. My brothers. Y'all know I love all y'all, man. I want the best for all of us, man. But that is the stupidest shit in the world. A nigga who fucks the chick raw, busses in her, right? You're not in her. You get it all in there. You ain't pull out not a piece. They didn't pull nothing out. Pre-cum gets you pregnant too, so pulling out is like, I'm stupid too. I done been involved in the game. But the thing about me is, I'm gonna take care of my babies. And I'm really not an abortion dude. Like if you that's what you want to do, and I can't force you to or not. You know what I'm saying? But if I tell you I want to have my baby and you kill my baby, I'm treating you like that. So let me say that again, if people didn't hear it. I'm responsible enough that if I do get you pregnant, I'm taking care of mine all day long and gonna love it. But if I tell you we're having the baby and you kill my baby, let it be known how I'm going to treat you. Because you can do what you want with your body. You can make that decision for yourself all day. But if we are in an understanding, I'm going to say me. Because if you want to go do what you want to do, because I'm on that. Like, it ain't time. I need to make sure certain things, you know. But if things happen, I'm right there. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't looking to, I ain't doing none of that. Where we at? And he's right there. Right there. That's where the baby at, right there. All right, we there. We in there. But, because I'm not really an abortion guy, I feel like you should be disciplined. You can be. And some of y'all shouldn't be fucking. How about that? But y'all ain't gonna listen to me, so it don't really matter. Y'all gonna keep fucking. And keep having babies. And treating them like ish. Killing them. Because we kill a lot of babies in the black community. Oh, I know y'all don't like it, but that's how y'all say it. I hate when women say that, too. It cuts to me a little bit. I'm killing it. Oh, wow. The baby? You know what I'm saying? The baby? Y'all run around here talking about the young boys are so violent. God damn. You start talking about some abortion numbers. There's been a lot of homicides. They just not classifying them as that. So the young boys get treated all crazy because they classify what they doing as homicides. Like, they're killing each other. You're not saying how this shit started. They kids, whatever. Nah, fuck them. They killing each other. They're making choices. Ain't that what y'all saying about 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds who don't read? Because nobody reads, but they're making choices. You're telling me my kids are making choices and they don't read. Ask a young person to read for you. It's to the point that elementary school babies don't even want to do the shit. I remember when I was in elementary, they was hype about showing you some school shit. Motherfuckers ain't really give, like they have the numbers that say that we check out usually in the 4th grade, mainly, especially boys. But I still can fight with that when I was going through elementary school. And I had cousins that went to a bunch of different elementary schools. So it's like I was around a lot of different kids that went to school. And they all pretty much acted the same way. They love it. You tell them, read this. You know that? Asking them questions, they be hyped. Like, oh my God, I know. This shit is different now. I'm not saying none of the little babies be like that, but it ain't like it was. They be looking at you like, I'm an op eater. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Just like that. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Can you read this? Kids start acting up, you ask them to read. Me, I like when I was young, it was like, what? I know this. You asking me this? I'm going right at it. What? What's going on? What you want me to do next? These kids ain't like that. Let me see the tablet. I'm trying to go out there with you. Go where? You're 6. Sit your ass down. They be talking to you like y'all on the same time. Who did that? They did it. The 6-year-old did it. The 8-year-old did it to themselves. Wow. And that's the other thing. Only the parent was around that 8-year-old. The parent, only the parent. The teachers wasn't around them, huh? They don't have no onus on it. No. The next door neighbor. You didn't care about the kids. No. Across the street lady. No. The corner store motherfuckers definitely, they cheating our babies. The Dominicans, I'm just telling y'all. Y'all know the stories. And they buying cribs up in the neighborhood now. Like, they're doing something different than any other motherfucker that came to our neighborhood and stole from us. I said it. Stole. We allowed it. Because they ain't taking it. Maybe they taking it. I hate to say still like this. I think they're taking it. Because we know what it is. This is like the 3rd generation of foreign-born people coming to our neighborhood and taking care of not only themselves, but sending money back to wherever they from. And the Dominicans are doing it a different way. They're saying, oh, it's abandoned houses on this block. We making all this money from the people on the block. They wouldn't pool their own resources to buy the house to have it owned by the block. But they all gonna pool their resources to come down here and buy this poppy food. That's why everybody got a poppy gut. I learned that when I first came home. I didn't make that up. They said all the women have a poppy store gut. I thought it was a joke. Now I'm realizing all the women and the children. They eating at the Dominican store every morning. Fuck is going on? Nobody's cooking in their house. My mom would feel disrespected if we came in the house with some corner store food cooked. You bought that from the corner store? And I got food? What? You wasting my fucking money? And it's like, well, I bought it. Yeah, you live in my house. You're wasting my money. You live here. You're wasting my money. Where did you get the money from? It's not going to nothing in here. You're wasting my money because you live here. You don't pay bills. Yeah. And she didn't have to go through all that with me because I understood. But y'all eating food from down there. And the other part is they be getting the food from the motherfucking food giveaways in your neighborhood. I give out food. I've done it. I've watched them do it. Load the fuck up and take it to the Dominican store and sell it back to you. Them onions they cutting up, they got them from me. I didn't know. I had to learn. I literally had to walk around the corner and see it. Because the lady was I remember I was going, what's Sarah Madeira? Y'all probably heard this story years ago. But they was doing it on Broad Street too. I just didn't know what Dominican store they was working. I didn't have time to go follow the car or because that's what I did around West Madeira. Because I was like, damn, I know this Dominican lady. She looks familiar. Where do I know her from? Because I wasn't going in the stores. But when I would ride by on my way home in the block that I would come down, they had the corner store right down the street from my house. And I'm like, where I know her from? Where I know her from? And damn if I ain't right around the corner, she's standing in front of the store. And I go in the store and I'm like, oh shit, this her store. This her people. And I'm like, damn, this what they doing. Not only is they price gouging you, not only are they buying up your resources, your houses, they getting in on gentrification too, but they also taking your free food and selling it back to you. Wow. And that gets them the affordability to buy up your neighborhood. And you're giving them the money to do it. Right there. But you won't get with your neighbor to buy a house on your block. But all the neighborhood is going to the corner store to give them all the money to buy the next abandoned house on the block. We wild, bro. We wild, bro. We wild. And then they probably tell me, black people, shut up, that's racist. They black too. No, they not. Ask them. I didn't make that up. Go ask them. Go down there and ask them, is we brothers and sisters? Ask them. Motherfucker gonna look at you like, what? My brother right there. The one that you just paid for him to go to college. I ain't paid for nothing else you did. Y'all come down here every day, buy all this shit, and we sending him to college with that. That's my brother. But if one of these kids on this block, one of these children, graduated with honors, they would look at you crazy if you said, damn, won't you give something to the trunk party? Don't you got a scholarship or something? This motherfucker been buying from here for the last 12 years. His whole high school career, he been coming to your corner store every morning. And you don't got no scholarship money for him? You don't got nothing for him for the trunk party? Not even free Doritos or something. They don't even think about it. It's not even a consideration. You know why? Because they not your fucking brothers and sisters. The skin is the same. But the ideology is different. Yes, it's very different. A lot different. I wouldn't support shit on your block, and I know I'm getting all the money from here. You think they don't know that? You think they don't know y'all broke, too? You think they don't know that this welfare money, they probably like, it ain't your money anyway. The system taking care of your broke ass. I ain't taking nothing from you. Yeah, it's a bunch of people that work on this block, too. Hey, Jarue just making up shit. You know what I mean? I'm just telling y'all, though. When the last time the Dominican folks came up to the trunk party? When the last time they came up with a graduation gift you ain't asked them for? They watch your baby go. They see your baby more than you. For those of us who work. They close at 7. Around the time the kids got to go in the house. Yeah, I think this shit is a joke. This shit real. And then they keep them dumbass lights going on all night long. So you can remember in the morning you got to get something from this store. They not stupid. Why do you think they do that and all the other stores never came out? I had a Chinese store. Chinese store tried to do it after they seen them do it. And the Chinese store actually be open that late. Because that's one of the things that used to make me think when I first came home. Like, niggas got Christmas lights up. They ain't open. Nah. They want you to just know it's a blinking light. Don't try to kick the door in. Because this is something that I also know. And I'm not saying this is something that I study, but I peeped it. I seen people do shit with cameras. And they know the cameras is running. I never seen a spotlight come on and a person keep doing what they about to do. So you know them lights that flash, you know what I'm saying, when you walk through the alleyway or you walk in front of somebody's house or you walk in the backyard? I never seen one of them lights come on and a motherfucker keep getting busy. Whatever they was about to do, I never seen it. I seen people do shit in front of cameras and know the camera's there. But when that light flash, I don't know what the psychological thing is, what it is. You don't want to do it under the light. And they got the light flashing all night. You ain't gonna be able to break in there. It's gonna look crazy. You trying to knock the window in and shit. Ding, 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 ding. In the alleyway, it's the bright light behind the bitch. You're never gonna, when the last time? I'm not telling y'all to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just telling you this is part of the security, John. And it keeps it on your mind. And it fucks with your shit a little bit if y'all look into it, but they don't care about that. Whoever lives close to them ain't even complain. If it was my story, you'd be telling me, man, turn them fucking lights off. They be going off all night. I see them and I look out my window. They ain't turned none of the lights off, so I know y'all not complaining about them. Because they don't matter to y'all. So, remember what I said about the paragraph. I got to find a good paragraph for y'all, though. And I was told a bunch of different things. Somebody taught me, because I come from the school of a paragraph is 5 to 7 sentences. I have been told that a paragraph actually, I don't know how 3 sentences could be a paragraph, but hey, I don't make the rules, so 3 to 5 sentences, but no. You give him 3 sentences, he might get, he ain't gonna guess it. These niggas can't read. He ain't gonna guess it. You could do a 3 sentence. He ain't gonna fumble. He gonna fumble. You gonna have everybody paying for pussy out here. Yo, cause they like the bitches making us read now, bro. You believe that? They making us read to get in the pussy. And what we gonna do now? Niggas gonna start reading. I'm telling you, the next generation of niggas, they gonna be like, I'm reading. This nigga ain't getting no pussy because he can't read. I'm reading. And they gonna be running up to chicks. What sentence you want me to read? You got the John on your John? Come on, let me see that, Joe. We ain't gonna do nothing. Like, let me see it. All right, you ain't gonna show me the John that's on your panties. All right, cool. Write the sentence out. Let me read it, and then we can get together later. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. That's gonna work. There you go. Now, if you smart enough, you can get a nigga to write a paragraph or get a paragraph. You can write it yourself. You don't have to get it from a book. But then that means you would have to be able to read. And I don't know how many of my sisters can read no more neither. Because there used to be a time when the sisters could be able to read. Because the school was geared towards the sister being able to read and not the brother. That's another conversation, though. But that's really how they was geared. Now they don't care. They done fucked us up so bad. It's like, throw them into the school. They going to come out fucked up anyway. So listen, right? Paragraph on the pussy. That's what we need. I guess you got to call it that. I think they'll respond to that. I know y'all probably like you being vulgar. No. The truth is in what I'm saying. A lot of y'all's letting niggas nut in y'all who can't read. I don't see where that makes sense. And then you have expectations for this man. But the expectation was that he couldn't read, comprehend, critically think. That wasn't the expectation. Okay. But this is PSA. Philly Service Announcement. Takeover Tuesday. Tuesday Takeover. Love, support, great social activism, resources, and art. I am the assist. Shout out to Nick. Shout out to Mile. Shout out to Maj. Stan. And shout out to the Fathership Foundation. Man to man yesterday. My brother Brian King. The King. Sparks. Appreciate you, bro. I love black people. Oh. Make sure y'all check out Blueprint 2-Piece program at Blueprint 2-Piece. The Panic Room, 6:30 to 8 Mondays. Virtual mental health assistance. And they got Blueprint 2-Piece program that deals with eldership. They deal with health plans. And they deal with getting you a skill to revolutionize your life. Let's get